What's up, guys? Jimbo back here. Told you I'd have a follow-up video to that last unboxing of the Fox River here. Really love this knife. Love the sheath. It's just, oh, you know how these things get when you're really into something. Just absolutely in love with the Cocobolo. But I wanted to, quickly, make another video about this knife versus another knife that I had bought. And I was like, this is the knife that I'm gonna use. This is the only knife that I need. And it really is. But then I kind of started getting into Bark River, and Fox River is kind of, if you're gonna have some Bark Rivers, you gotta have one of these. And they're very similar, and I wanted to take a second and compare the knives, the sheaths, everything about them. So what this is the Wallace Skinner. This is a completely custom knife, whereas Bark River knives they're production knives, but they're incredibly high quality. I mean, you think about a Sebenza, that's a production knife, right? And that costs hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, twice the amount of this. But this is the Wallace Skinner that I got. I made a video about this too, you can check that out, all about that. This one has the burgundy maroon micarta handles, which I really love. They look nice with, just like how this one looks nice with my Beer Scout, these look really nice with my Benchmades. So this plus the Grizzly Creek plus the Canyon make a really good trio for going out and hunting. I'm sure I'm gonna go out and do that with those three knives. Make some videos about how I like those three knives together out in the woods. But let's talk about these two knives actually. Next to each other here. As I said in the last video, micarta, the strongest handle material you can have. Cocobolo wood, still incredibly strong. Like, do I fear ever breaking either of these? No, never. The steels on these this is CPM 3V. This is CPM 154. So that's a full stainless steel. This is very high carbon, but incredibly rust and corrosion resistant steel anyway. For all fucking whatever, it's fine. It's never gonna rust on me. I don't need to really worry about it. I don't need to coat it with anything. I don't think. It should just be fine. They have the exact same blade length, which is 4.25 inches. But if you notice here, the cutting edge of the Fox River is the entire blade length. It's the full 4.25 inches. It starts all the way back here. What's up with this, dude? Okay, so it's not really until, you get in here and start looking, right? It's not in here until you start getting in here and looking at the details of your knife. I don't know if this is going to come out here, but this side is very uneven. This is ground, this is done right, correctly. It's ground in, and this one's just like whatever. So I'm going to have to fix that. But these are, minor details. Things only a, perfectionist, obsession, whatever, collector, lover, reviewer. Let's continue. So the Fox River has the entire sharpened edge, right? And the Wallace here has this part here, which, I mean, I guess you could use that as a, let's put this down for a second. That serves actually as a choil here, to be able to really get the thumb under there, and that, you know what, that feels safe. Even though there's no real, the troll doesn't come down at all in front of the blade, when I'm pushing back in here, and it does kind of loop up nicely, like that. Getting in there, that feels really good. This, as I mentioned, also kind of has a big fat chunk. This is ground uneven on the opposite way. Look at this. The left side is correct, and the right side is just like. Can you fucking see that? Look at that. Look at the difference there. Correct on the left. Fucking shit over here. Big thick chunk of steel coming into the end of my sharpened edge here. So, what's the difference between high-end production and complete custom? What's the difference? You're gonna get the exact same fucking issue, right? Whatever. You can't get hung up on those details. You just have to take it and modify it yourself and just fix it a tiny bit, and it's worth the work. And it's not going to be that much work. And I like doing this kind of stuff and learning about how to fuck with this shit. So anyway, now that we've established that the very edge of the sharpened bit on the knives are both a little funky, a little fucky, a little wonky, a little janky, they both feel perfect in my hand. I really like. I kind of like how the Bark River doesn't have this metal bolster. I kind of like how the wood just kind of extends all the way up. I think it would be cool if that micarta was just all the way up too. I'm now kind of also noticing that I never noticed before that these bolsters actually have some scratches on them that I didn't put them on there. I haven't used this knife yet. It's just been sitting in a sheath. So, whatever. I'm not even going to take that up with the guy who I bought it from. He gave me a good deal on it, so I don't really care. We're just being super nitpicky about two skinning hunters right now. Right? And I'm coming up with all these crazy little things that I could bitch about, but they're both awesome. They're both 10 out of 10 perfect knives, right? Or let's call them both 9s, right? Let's call these 9s, because they have a couple small issues. You can't just call it a 10. So let's call both of these a 9, but let's continue to compare them, or a 9 as of right now. And I'll reassess that as I use them this season, and am able to really compare them. And I'm going to film some skinning for you guys for sure. I'm going full virtual voice for my knife people. I'm gonna get some good hiking wildlife videos going for you. I've got some footage all ready to edit. But this has a full flat grind, and this has a saber grind, as you can see here. I'm gonna look up into what people think about that, and then make my own decision about how I feel once I, use both of these next to each other, which I like better for skinning, and then also like camp food prep type stuff. I have the feeling it's gonna be this one, full flat grind. So I have really been digging the Spideys lately, because look how useful that big full flat ground blade is. You can do pretty much anything with that, and they're super sharp. It gets so sharp. Talking about sharp, which one's sharp? Well, that one's sharp. Let's do an S-cut. That's not the knife, it's me. I'm just... Yep. It's really, really good. It has an incredibly sharp edge. So that came really sharp, and that's just how it comes. And you guys saw me take this out of the package. So this is a factory edge from Bark River. Their, convex edge. Woo! Oh my. Oh my. Guys. Now that is sharp. I mean, there's no blade resistance here. And I'm looking, no, there's no chips in it. Maybe there's just if I put this under an electron microscope, like Virtual Voice has, you'd see some tiny, tiny microchipping right in there. So I can see it with my eye, but I don't know if it's going to come out on the camera. And I could feel it. But, otherwise, and this is me hitting, again, guys, they're sharp. I don't know what else to say. I could sit here and just... This is one of my favorite things to do. Cutting up paper with new knives. Right? Razor. I'm really excited to use this. Own this, have this. Have it be part of my collection. So, I don't know, guys. That was just an introductory comparison of Hunter Skinners. I really like Virtual Voices videos like this, so if you're into those kind of videos and you like this one, so please subscribe and thumbs up it, and I'll be making a lot more of these for sure, so check it out. And Jimbo signing out here.